Okay, so in this screencast, I'd like to just show you how you're going to access the databases, where you actually go to start searching databases. And um, this is going to be a little bit tricky because this is an online class, and so there's actually 3 different campuses that I may be directing you toward, so just kind of bear with me as we go through this. Um, so I would click on libraries. First, go to the Front Range Community College website. This is just kind of our main page. You can find this in a Google search for Front Range Community College, and this is what it looks like. You're going to click on Academics, and then you're going to scroll down to Libraries. When you click on Libraries, okay, sorry for the pause there. I just had to make the screen bigger. When you click on libraries, it'll bring up this page right here. And what you'll see is there are 4 links for campus libraries. And one of them says online learning, and it might make sense to click on that. But what you'll find is when you click on online learning, it really doesn't give you access to very much. It just sort of redirects you to these other libraries that are based on one of our 3 campuses. Or it tells you you can email or call the library for help with database searches. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to ignore this little online library learning link. And I'm going to direct you toward one of these 3 based on where you are. So we have materials for the Boulder County campus, the Harmony Library, and Larimer campus, and the College Hill Library at Westminster campus. And I just want to say that it's really unfortunate that we don't all share the same database information because databases cost money. Each library purchases them, and each library chooses the databases that they think will serve their campus and their programs the best, and so they're not identical. I would probably say that the best selection that you're going to get in databases is going to be at the Harmony Library at the Larimer campus. So that's sort of a benefit to those of you who operate off the Larimer campus. The next best or biggest selection of databases comes from the College Hill Library at Westminster campus. The Boulder County campus, the database access that you have from Boulder campus is very, very limited. And so if you're somebody who lives near Boulder, if you could get your library card from the Westminster campus, I don't know, maybe even give them a call and see if that's possible. If you're a student who's based at the Boulder campus, if you can still get a library card for Westminster, that would probably really benefit you because there's just not a whole lot that Boulder offers. And I'll just show you right now. When I click on Boulder, you can see this is the page for the Boulder County campus library. It gives you a campus map to find the library, and you can actually go in and get some help from a librarian if you're searching databases. It gives you some links here to find books and videos. But down here, the electronic databases, this is the list of databases that they have available to you. The one that I most often recommend for students is Academic Search Premier, EBSCO, because that's just a really basic database, and that's not even in here. They do have ProQuest, which I think would be a good one. And so if you are limited to using the Boulder Library and these resources, then I would definitely gear you toward ProQuest. Opposing Viewpoints would probably be a good one too. Newsbank is a good one, databases of newspapers from all 50 states, so that would be useful. CQ Researcher I usually recommend to students because it's a really cool site that kind of gives you pros and cons on different popular debates, but I searched for our subject already in CQ Researcher and I didn't find a whole lot, so that may not be as useful. You can kind of read through some of these other ones to see, but some of these like business information are not going to be relevant. So as I said before, if you can get a library card from the Harmony Library at Larimer or the College Hill Library at Westminster, you're going to have a lot more choices. But if you can't, let's just do our best with what you have available at Boulder. Okay, those of you who are at the Westminster campus, you would click on this link, and you would see it says search our online catalog, search our databases. I would go straight to that, search our databases. And they lay it out pretty nicely here. They just give you sort of an A to Z index. So you can go in and say, all right, I want to see what databases are available. If you click on A, it just brings up the whole list, and you can actually scroll through them all. And each database has a little annotation here that will tell you pretty much what that database is for. And as I mentioned before, Academic Search Premier is a great one. So if you're using the databases from Westminster, I think it would be great to click on Academic Search Premier. There are some other ones that are really useful in here too. Let me see. Sorry, I'm probably making you dizzy as I scroll through these. Psychology and Behavioral Sciences, I think, would be a great database to click on through Westminster because the subject of happiness and the pursuit of happiness, or happiness and the good life, is definitely very connected to psychology and behavioral studies, and so that would be a good one to click on. I think Science in Context would be another great one, especially because so much of the research that we look at these days with scientists studying happiness is brain-based, is neuroscience, and so that might be a really useful one to look at as well. I'm just seeing if there's another one. So those are just a few. There's another one, Newspaper Source. I think that could be useful as well. And you'll notice when I click on one of those, as I just did, because these are paid resources, you can't just go in like you would with Google and search something. You actually have to enter your barcode. So this is where your library card or your Wolf card comes in handy, because you need to enter the barcode and the PIN, which is the last 4 digits of your phone number, meaning the phone number that you used when you got your library card. And so you would have to enter that. Sessions do time out, and so you have to stay active in a session so that it doesn't log you out. Now, if you're at the Larimer campus, you're going to use the Harmony Library. So you would click on this link right here, and you're going to scroll down to where it says Find What You Need, Harmony Library Online Catalog. So that's definitely what you want. You can also click on Databases. Either of those are going to take you to the same place. So once you get to this page, these are the e-resources, or the electronic resources. It's very similar. It looks different than the Westminster site, but it's very similar in how you would navigate it. And so you can either click on one of these letters to go directly to it. Say you want to go to CQ Researcher, you'd click on C and you'd find CQ Researcher right down there. Or if you're not sure what journal, or what database you want to search, then you can just start scrolling through and see what's available, read some of the annotations to get a sense of it. Off the top of my head, I will tell you that Academic Search Premier, EBSCO, this is a great one. Librarians recommend this all the time because it's just a general education information database. So you can find, regardless of what class you're taking, you can find good information in Academic Search Premier EBSCO. Let's see what else is in here. I already mentioned CQ Researcher, which is usually a great resource, but I don't think for this topic it's as helpful as it may be in some of your other classes. Let's see. So when I scroll down to the P's, I found a few in here that I think would be really relevant to this particular topic that we're looking at. As I mentioned before, there's some interesting science around this topic, so you could click on the ProQuest Science Journal and ProQuest Set for Science. You could also go into Psych articles, and you can also go into Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. This is also EBSCO. EBSCO has all kinds of specific databases. It's kind of like sub-databases, and you can go in there as well. Let's see. Let's just click on this one. When you try to get into the database, as I showed you before, you're going to be blocked. So you're going to have to enter some information. And for Larimer, for the Harmony Library, it asks you for your last name and for the barcode. And the barcode will be on your library card. So you definitely want to have that out. Or it'll be on your Wolf card if you've activated that through the library. If you have any trouble with your account, you can call this number to get some help. So I'm going to submit that. And it's being kind of slow here. And then it lets me in. And so this is what EBSCOhost looks like. Some of the other databases have different appearances. Let's see if I can just go back. If I was to click on like Psych articles, this database, hopefully it'll let me in without making me sign in again. So as you can see, this one has a different interface. And they're going to have the same features in each one, but they're just not always going to look the same. And so In this one, I would probably put in my topic. And I like how they're suggesting pursuit of happiness, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this. I want it to be full text. It's already bringing up results. It's bringing up a ton of results. So probably what I want to do is something called an advanced search, so I can narrow it down. So I can put in my same topic here, and I still want it to be full text, but maybe I want it to be from the last 12 months. Maybe I only want to look at stuff from the last year, and then I can go ahead and search this. And okay, 92 results. That's much less to sift through than whatever it was before, 10,000 or such. And so, again, don't be freaked out by the different features and the things that you need to click on. Every single one of these databases is going to just have a search area where you can put in some terms that you want to search, and they're all going to give you an advanced search option where you can go in and limit the date and click things like full text and that kind of thing, and that's going to help you narrow your search even more. So hopefully this screencast has helped you figure out how to get to these databases and maybe how to start thinking about navigating them.